nowadays, because we're living through an era where we're really talking about these things, how different we are from one another
I'm
when
not
it
talking
comes
about.
to
I'm
that.
not talking about we. I'm not talking about we. I'm talking about you.
Me.
Yes.
This is not an interview. There is no format. This is simply a conversation about life.
There was another question that I found very interesting as well, and it was you could pick three traits. No, two out of the following three traits in your partner, right? I'm paraphrasing, of course. One was attractive, smart, and nice. You can pick two out of three. What would you pick?
Smart and nice.
Smart and nice.
I find the attractive is, what would you pick?
Well, I would pick nice and attractive.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See, to me, the attractive could go wrong, that could change from one day to the next. I mean, you could be in a horrible accident, you're disfigured, you're whatever.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you, oh, in a partner. Okay. Because I was going to say,
I'm also the type of person that if I meet somebody I really like and I'm really like, wow, I really like this person, can I close my eyes, imagine them at their worst, sniffling with Kleenex in their Birkenstock sandals with their socks all the way up to their knees and the oldest Bermuda shorts they've got in the closet. Do I still want to hear what this person has to talk about?
Yeah. Well, it's operating from a different frequency. I know someone who told me that she was like, I have to be able to, she was like, can I be laying on my back and looking up at this guy? And this is like, she was like, if I can't see this, then there's, you know what I mean? Like it can't happen.
Yeah.
So,
Well, in the same aspect where I've met some people that maybe others have not found very attractive, but I have been so attracted to their personality, everything about them, and there have been people I've been with where I've had friends say, "Really, I wouldn't see you with that type of person," but in my eyes, they're beautiful. There's and maybe that's it. That part of that personality, to me, they've to my eyes, they're attractive.
well,
I've also
then,
met other people where I found them attractive in the beginning, and then they started talking, and then I was like, oh wow, sorry, there's I've met some genuinely really mean, uncompassionate people, and they've and the flip side, they've become unattractive to me
yeah.
physically.
Yeah.
I almost see the meanness in their face, those type of things. So that's a hard one for me because I've gotten that ever since I started dating. Really, that's not the type of guy I thought I'd see you with a lot. And then you're like, what type of person do you see me with? So this is the person I'm in love with. I find he's attractive, and I've been with people of different shapes, sizes, and it's never been very much about a certain specific body type or.
Yeah, but the thing is you found them attractive. You said you found them
Yes.
attractive. So then
To me, they were attractive. I was turned on. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if the question says physically attractive.
Oh. Just attractive.
Yeah. See, this is why these questions are kind of interesting because
But when we say attractive, we tend to tag the physical. Like the physical is the most important in that.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah. I mean, of course, you can't know until you ask the person. That's why you ask the follow-up questions. And I mean, of course, they have someone in there or an idea of what they mean by attractive.
Mm-hmm.
But if you say
just
that
like I have my idea of what's attractive.
So if you find the person, are you telling me you find them attractive and still don't find them physically, you don't see them as necessarily physically attractive?
See, that's making me think right now, because to me, the attractive part was always implying the physical side. And it's funny because if I fall for someone, it's usually a lot to do with the personality first. So I'm always like, okay, you know, I've never dated someone maybe that looks a certain way, but this not lured, but this pulled me in about them. And I wanted to spend more time with that person. So, and then that physical attraction kind of developed that way for me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is why the question is interesting, because do you think there is a
because even blind people have physical attractions. Well, they can tell.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know how it would work, but I would think that, like, when it comes to dating, I guess I would say that blind people, this was always my thought, blind people have the best situation because they can avoid, but I guess if they feel something and there's like, no, there's a little roughness there.
Well, you will see there's also like the thing, like I've dated people of different rates, small, large, I guess, and then that hasn't been a huge thing for me. It's always been but weight comes and goes. That goes up and down in our lifetimes as well. So that hasn't been an issue.
You say you have met someone that has been heavy.
Yes.
At the time that you started.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was a long relationship. And at the end of the relationship, the person is a lot smaller than they were initially. So that was never a factor for me. And that happened more towards the end of our relationship than anything, and a lot to do with their health. So those were different aspects. But things I didn't know in the beginning, and I met this person at their largest.
Okay.
And I was still very attracted to them. I was still very, yeah.
Okay. So you were, so do you think that there is an objective standard of attractiveness?
I don't think so.
Right. Okay. So you don't.
I find that more and more difficult nowadays, because we're living through an era where we're really talking about these things, how different we are from one another.
I'm not talking about we. I'm not talking about we. I'm talking about you.
Me.
Yes. You don't have control over anybody else's thoughts or
that's
anything.
Right.
Like
I only have control over me, and that's the way I approach things. Yeah.
So there's no like a thing that you look at and or certain physical characteristics that you already know. You put these things together, because I can tell you, I have a whole list of the things. You put all these things together and it's like, you know what I mean? This is perfect for me. You know what I mean?
Sign me up, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There are physical things I find myself more attracted to. Like I do like dark eyes better
Mhm.
than light eyes for some reason. I'm more attracted to men with dark eyes.
Mhm.
But not to say I haven't dated men with light eyes in the past or been in a relationship, but the what grabs me more on the physical side is darker eyes,
Okay.
like brown to even black, you
Mhm.
know, eyes. So, but I've noticed that about myself. I
Okay.
don't know. I've dated so many bald men, Hollis. I'm starting to
Mhm.
wonder if maybe I do have a thing for bald men too now.
Well, a lot of men are bald. That's also. What you mean? What
Well,
do you mean? What you hold on? What you mean by bald? Do you mean bald as in bald here with hair on the sides, or bald as in shaved head?
well, shaved head.
Because this
Shaved
is.
head, as in, yeah, well, I mean, no, I've dated men that, lost their hair in their 20s at some point, and like, I'm not dealing with the different patches, so I just
Mhm.
shave it.
Mhm.
So, and then some by choice as well, that they
Mhm.
just like a bald head instead of hair.
Yeah.
And
See, this is interesting to me because I've been up until this very moment, I have been living under the theory that if it weren't for physical attributes, no one would be single. I always took this to be the because I would think that anyone can find a nice person, or do you think
mm,
there's not a lot of nice people around, or